Hey, what's up? Welcome back. In this episode, you'll learn how to build out a simple dashboard that uses a separate layout file from the one that we're using for our default marketing site. And that will enable us to build a differentiated experience for when customers are landing on our marketing page and when they land on our application as a logged in and authenticated user. Let's get into it. So first thing we're going to do is generate a new controller, Rails G controller dashboards. And for now, we're just going to have a show route for the dashboard that a user is going to see when they're logged in. All right, so in this dashboards show page, we're just going to have sort of an H1 at the top that says dashboard. So if we go over to our routes, you'll notice that I named the controller plural dashboards, but in practice, I'm actually going to have just a show for the dashboard resource. So here I'm going to use the singular resource dashboard, and that will give us a route that will land on the dashboard page just for /dashboard when we are authenticated. Now the dashboard page is going to look a little bit different. So we're going to go back over to Tailwind UI and grab some of our application template for sort of like a, maybe, I don't know if we have a, let's see, application UI, and we want some sort of layout. So we're going to use a stacked layout where we're going to have some information across the top, and then we're just going to use this simple one where we have kind of like the avatar, bell, and then any other navigation items across the top. So we'll copy this, come over to our dashboard show route here, and we're going to drop in all of that HTML. Now, when we refresh the dashboard page here, now we can see all of that content. So this is looking pretty good. Now, at this point, our dashboard, though, has this navigation at the top. It has all of this content, and we want to probably share this top navigation bar for all of the logged in views. So we really just kind of want like this dashboard header and then the content that ends up here to be part of our authenticated application. So over in the layouts directory, we already have application HTML ERB. What I want to do is add a new one called marketing.html.erb, and that's where we're going to put all of the content for our static pages layout. So I'm going to copy the entire thing, drop that over into marketing, and then come back to application, and I'm going to remove the alert and notice. And what we're going to do for our application layout is copy most of what we have inside of the dashboard. In fact, we're going to copy everything that we have in the dashboard and add that here. So this is going to be what our content is for the dashboard layout. Now what we want to do is go over to our page here. If we refresh and I think we have both showing now. Okay, so we've still got the right body and HTML classes. Now this yield, we want to move this down into the section of the template that says replace with your content. So we're going to remove that. And now we have something here. So if we refresh, now you see we're kind of in like nested dashboard land, where our layout now has this dashboard, and then our dashboard show page has the content of the dashboard also. So we're going to go back to dashboards, and we're going to just remove everything except what we had before, which was this, I believe. Okay, so now if we refresh, now we still have duplicates. So we might come back over here to our layout, and rather than having the dashboard, like the text for dashboard be, we can use a custom yield here. We can say yield, I don't know, page title or something. And that will allow us to specify what title we want on each page. So now we can say content for page title do, and then we can have like, here we can just add the word dashboard, and that will make it so that we don't have to have this header content on every single page. Similarly, we don't actually need this main on every single page. So we're getting closer and closer to just having, this is our dashboard. Okay, so now we have some content on the dashboard. All right, so let's clean up and remove some of the stuff that we're not going to use. We'll just remove this entire drop down for now by hiding it. So we're going to go to the nav, and we will find the class that contains these settings. So we're going to find where is your profile, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is the entire div that I believe, yeah, this is the entire div that we want to remove. So here, right where we see this entering whatever, let's just say hidden, and that should hide that for now. Now let's add a helper so that we can render these menu items and they will go to the expected pages. So inside of our application helper, we can create a new method here called menu items. And this will be just a very simple array that returns a set of dictionaries where it has like some name, and this will be dashboard, and then a path, which will be / or dashboard path. And then we might have some icon, but for now, this should give us quite a bit. So we might have another one that's called like accounts. Maybe this brings us to like /accounts or something. What we can do then is map over this. And for each of our menu items, if it's the current page, then we'll match on the current page. We could also check things like if it's the controller or whatever. So now what we want to do is go back to our application HTML ERB, find our menu items here. And notice that when we're looking at this menu, the active one has a purple bar underneath it, and the inactive ones are just sort of like, will show this gray hover as we navigate around. So we want to make sure that we're maintaining that as we create this new thing. So we're going to say menu items.each do item. If the item is active, we're going to do something. Otherwise, we're going to do something else. So yeah, so remember that this active thing is going to tell us if we're on that current page. So the let's grab one of the inactive items. Okay. So now if we refresh, we should have, so this is the mobile menu. We're going to want the same sort of concept for the non-mobile menu. So let's go here and we'll drop that in. Now the actual items are going to be a little bit different. Right, so here, for the secondary item, we want to put out item.name, and in the path, we'll just print out item path, and we're gonna need to do this for both of these. Technically, we could have just used this if-else to create the classes, but this is fine. Okay, so now we have the dashboard page, and we have the accounts route, which eventually this will also work. Now, you may be wondering one thing, if we go back to the root, what does that look like? Oh no, our landing page looks completely different, right? So in order for our landing page to use a different layout than our application, what we want to do is go to the StaticPages controller, which is the controller that manages that root route. We're going to say layout is marketing. Now the root route is going to use the marketing layout, and the authenticated dashboard route is going to use the dashboard or the application.html.erb layout. So now we have a split between the dashboard layout and the marketing layout. So that's very convenient. We've also got some, hopefully our menus should work as expected. Let's generate a new controller for accounts. And this is going to have an index page probably. And it will also have some, yeah, it's probably going to have an index page. Let's start with that. So now if we open up routes, we should be able to say resources, accounts, refresh this and click on accounts. And now we're looking at the accounts view. This is the accounts index. So notice that the dashboard now has the purple underline. The accounts has this purple underline. Dashboard has this nice big beautiful title. Accounts does not. So we can go over to the accounts page and fix that now. So accounts index. Remember that from the dashboard page, we're using this content for trick. We can go to our accounts index and do something similar here. That'll just make a nice, like, I don't know, it'll look nicer if we just follow this sort of pattern. All right, so at this point, we've sort of got at least a skeleton for what our dashboard looks like. We haven't actually wired up anything about accessing these settings. But what I want to do in the next episode is actually go through the onboarding flow. So we'll add a button to this page, which will create a Stripe account and walk us through the onboarding process for Stripe. And that'll allow us to set up some financial accounts. It'll allow us to accept payments, make payouts, etc. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.